Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone who has worked so hard for a whole year and has grown and changed and deepened their understanding and practice of leadership, communities of practice, pro-social skills, and technology. It's amazing. I want to welcome everyone, too, who wanted to quit at some point or take a pause. And for those that did quit or take a pause, and I want to welcome everyone who's come back. I want to welcome everyone who persevered in spite of all of the challenges that we've had. It's inspiring and it's amazing. So thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. You did it. You are here and you did it. I am here so happy to be sending you a message of appreciation and celebration on this amazing achievement you have accomplished. I want to thank everyone for opening your arms to us from the beginning, for being so kind and generous all the time, and just for leaving life lessons for everyone. These are amazing things that you have done, and I want to share with you a couple that have impacted me in my life. I think the first thing that has impacted me the most and I'm taking away from the course is a deeper rooted understanding on collaboration and teamwork. I've gone through your reflections, I have been in discussions with you in Zoom, and I have witnessed your work in COP meetings. And I am still at awe with the amazing things that you have accomplished as a team. It has been hard, but you have overcome so many obstacles and you're still making your best to become the best version of yourselves for your community. And this is just a true demonstration of dedication to your own growth, but also the people around you. And I feel just so proud of that. One more thing I'm taking away, or a couple more, is just some of the most wonderful memories of us together. Let's say our togetherness, right? But also the smiles, the laughter we had, the fun that we had, but mostly the grit and the resilience that you have shown throughout this whole year. I know that this has been very hard, and I know that we're now celebrating the end of this journey, but I believe that this is the beginning, right? And because of that, I want to wish you all the best in the upcoming endeavors. And one thing that I want to wish you, I think it's courage and willpower to keep practicing and getting involved with pro-social skills, to spread them, to live them. And I think that the world is a better place when we talk and think and reflect on pro-social skills. I'm also wishing you all a lot of peace in your hearts. I think peace can bring you serenity to endure difficult moments, but it also allows you to enjoy life in a different way, in a more contemplative way. So I'm wishing you all peace. And also, I think that I want to wish you all curiosity for your surroundings, for learning, for education, for exploring your own, and just having times to keep learning, to continue the journey of learning. So I want to today thank you all for all that you have imprinted in me, and I am sending you all a warm hug from Dominican Republic, and I hope you have an amazing time in the upcoming year doing work for your COPs. We are so proud of you and we love you all. Bye.
Hello, teachers. One of the most important lessons that I'm taking away from this course is the power of community. In academic contexts, community is not always valued and is not always acknowledged, but I have seen with my own very eyes the huge difference that it makes when I connect with those around me, when I'm taking a course, when I'm teaching a class. I have seen the evolution in the conversations that we have had in our groups on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and how enriching the conversations have become. Similarly, I have seen how your regional COPs have evolved in terms of how your students communicate. And this is boosted by little activities that you have done, actions, by how you welcome them, how you invite them to participate. As our dear friend Raj Gill says, connect before you direct. Before you offer content, know who's next to you. This notion has helped me a lot in my own professional and personal career and life. And I feel that we have achieved that on this course. I appreciate your disposition. I appreciate your willingness to open up and your resilience in these difficult times. This course has been intense. This course has required logistics, time, and energy. And you are all in my eyes superstars because you have done an amazing job. I wish you a lot of empathy for others, and I wish you a lot of self empathy, because the idea that we stop being learners is an illusion. I think we feel more comfortable or less comfortable, or more familiar or less familiar with concepts such as pro-social skills, or concepts related to facilitating a community of practice or effective leadership, but we never really stop learning. So above all, I wish you a beginner's mind so that you enter any new situation or familiar situation with the idea of, what can I learn this time? I also hope that you can share what you have learned with others, respecting their pace and where they are at, but with the willingness to contribute and to plant seeds for their learning.
Hello, teachers. It's hard to believe that a year has come and gone since we've started this program. And as I reflect back on everything that we've gone through, one of the things that I'm taking away from this experience is how much I have grown and stretched as a teacher, as a facilitator in working with you. And that certainly wouldn't have been possible without the connection that we had. And I so appreciate that. That's also what's most meaningful for me as I think about this year, and kind of the ups and downs, having this course during a pandemic, and yet showing up session after session has made the connection even sweeter. And so I think about those two things, the way I've grown, the way that I've been able to meet with you and get to know you. And as I think about what's to come in the future, what will happen for you and your students and your colleagues, I just have hopes for more stretching and growth on all of our parts, our ability to lean into the pro-social skills that we worked on this past year. And for me right now, it's the gratitude, and gratitude in knowing that I got to share this time with all of you. But I will also wish that for you as well, that you will experience a sense of awe and wonder, that you'll experience kindness, whether given or received, that there's so much that I hope for you throughout this trying time of a pandemic, but after the pandemic has gone, that you will remember this time fondly as a time where we learned about teaching, communities of practice, professional development, but also ways of being kind and compassionate human beings. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Hello everyone, this is Ivan Suazo, one of the I4CL facilitators in the Educational Leadership and Communities of Practice program. Congratulations for completing this program. It's been a great year. We've been working together, we've been growing together, we've been learning from each other. We started in stage 1 learning about concepts and doing some practices on pro-social skills, leadership, and community practice. And in stage 2, we continue practicing leadership and pro-social skills and getting ready for your own community of practice. In stage 3, wow, you've been doing a great job creating, planning, designing materials and activities, using tech tools, bringing concepts and practices we used in stages 1 and 2 to put it into practice with your own teachers, with your own members in your community of practice. And that is amazing to see that. As a Latin American educator, my dream now is to have communities of practice everywhere. Can you imagine having communities of practice everywhere in Peru, in every region? Having communities of practice all South America, having communities of practice all over Latin America. Teachers getting together to work together and build up skills and grow together. That would be amazing. So what you're doing, it's been very inspiring. I'm so inspired for what you're doing in your regions with your teachers, with your leadership team members too. If I were there with you, one thing I will give you is a paper clip symbolizing connection. I love a paper clip. The shape is kind of a spiral, so it's never ending thin. And the purpose of a paper clip is just to put things together and keep it together. So this will be an easy reminder for you when you are in a relationship, in a session, in a conversation with somebody. What matters is connection. Connection has been a key skill in our relationship with facilitators and participants, and in your relationship between team leaders and members of your community of practice. So I'm sending you, each of you, a paper clip for you to think about how to put this into practice, connection, how to live connection everywhere you go. Thank you for the opportunity to witness who you are, what you can do. Thank you for inspiring me to dream a region with educators working together for the benefits of students, teachers, colleagues, and the whole community. Thank you. May God bless you all.
Congrats, everyone. Well, it's been 12 months, but 12 months full of new learnings, new experiences, new people, ups and downs, but a lot of support and a lot of great and amazing people. And through these 12 months, you guys have been in a learning journey with us, but at the same time that you guys were learning, we were learning as well. And I would like to highlight with you what you all have given me and what I have learned from you and the celebrations that you guys have given me in this experience and this 12 months. The first learning that I have with you is that I have a way of describing you guys. At the beginning of a course or beginning of meeting new people, we always get to the point of wonder, okay, what would they like? What would they do? How would they react, right? It's only normal, right? And we get to meet people, right? And we get to have this idea and we get to describe them in our heads. And for me, although with some of you I got to work more or maybe we're a little closer, I think that with these 4 words, I'm describing everybody in this course. It doesn't matter which group you are. And those 4 words are resilience, commitment, joy, and curiosity. And I think those 4 words describe everybody's journey here. You guys were able to show up to class and be curious about the topics and ask questions and laugh with us and be joyful about the silliness that sometimes we were doing. And at the same time, you all show so much commitment every time that you showed up. And even when you had previous commitments, you were like, okay, I'm going to finish this and then I'm going to show up. Don't worry, I'm going to be there. You all find the time to be there for your sessions, and you all had the chance and the opportunity to show that in every single second. So thank you so much for that. And I appreciate that about everybody. And you guys have been an example for us in that way. And let's not talk about resilience. We had our ups and downs and we had our challenges. And you guys were able to bounce back from each and every one of them stronger every time. So I commend you for that. And thank you for being an example for us in that matter. My second learning with you guys is, and this is highlighting from the reflections that we got to read from all of you. In every reflection, in every session, in every exchange of ideas, you guys were highlighting how important pro-social skills were to you. And that made me think of, wow, how important and impactful things are non-tangible can be for people, right? And when we're in a class or we're preparing for something, or we're taking courses or things like that, we're always thinking about, okay, what is the competence that I'm learning? What is the skill that I'm learning? And most of the time you also think about, okay, what is it that I'm going to be downloading, or what is it that we're going to be doing? And at one point we thought that was going to be a highlight for you guys, right? All the technology that we went through, that we learned together. But the highlight for you guys were pro-social skills. It was exploring the concepts of sense of belonging, of empathy, of connection, of how to build that healthy relationship. And for me, it was very important to see how impactful those concepts can be once you approach them from a different perspective. And thank you for highlighting that to me, and to show how important those things are for teachers and for us in general. My first celebration that I want to mention is that in those reflections that you guys were writing, everybody at one point, at least from the last 4 or 5, was a full-on celebration. It was like everybody was celebrating everybody. And I loved that. Everybody was saying how important teamwork was. Everybody was saying that whatever was important that week was the support of their team. Everybody was mentioning somebody that was helping them do something. You guys were also mentioning and praising your teachers and your COPs. So the sense of belonging and community that you guys have built, it's been amazing. It's been amazing, and I'm in awe of how important that is. And it's been very, very evident in what you guys are doing. My second celebration is that now, whatever we presented as I4CL or foreign concepts for you, you're now transforming it into a Peruvian concept. You're making it your own, and you're making it something that works for your region, for your health, or for your teachers. And I think that that is beautiful to see as well. That something that was maybe foreign to you 12 months ago, now it's something that it's producing and shaping into something that is a Peruvian concept. And I'm only honored to be part of this beginning and this revolution that you guys are starting in Peru. Hopefully we get to meet with you guys someday, and we get to visit some of the amazing places that you also guys shared with us in our sessions, well, when we were sharing in those moments of that we had together. So thank you very much for my learnings. Thank you very much for sharing your experiences with us as well. And my only wish to you is success. Major success for everything that you do in life. So success in life, success in your careers, and have beautiful and amazing COPs that can be example for other teachers and for other countries. So congratulations, everyone. Big hug.
Hello, educators. Hello, leaders. Hello, community members, participants, and friends out in Peru, and congratulations on making it to this monumental day. This program that we've been on together has been an incredible adventure and journey of learning, and I'm so thankful to have been able to share in it with all of you. One thing that really has impacted me over this past year is thinking about some of my perspectives that have shifted. If you had asked me at the beginning of the year, what are some of the tools that we're going to need for success? What are we going to share with teachers to help them teach in this new world we're living in? If you had asked me about those tools, I would have told you Canvas and Canva, Jamboard, Padlet, Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms, Google Everything, and Zoom. But I was really struck reading through the final reflections of yours. Someone made a comment as they were talking about getting over all of the adversities and challenges of this year. And they said that the tools that helped them overcome were kindness, gratitude, and empathy. And I think that's really special to see that shift, not only in myself, but in all of us. This shift towards understanding that the tools that are really crucial, that our world needs right now and our classrooms need now more than ever, are those pro-social tools. That's been a huge impact in me. Something that was really meaningful for me about working with all of you as participants is how self-guided and curious you are as learners. As I think about how this program has had a gradual zooming in on these pro-social skills, I think about the questions that you've asked, the curiosities you had, the things you experimented with on lab days, and how your desire to learn is what got us here. And I think that's a really special thing. I think having that energy at the center of all of these amazing communities you've started, that curiosity and desire to learn, is a real asset to the country and to all of your classrooms and the communities of your schools. And I want to celebrate that in you. The agency you have as learners to say, I want to know more. Tell me about this. Let's go here together. And lastly, I just want to say some wish for the future. And as we think about the future, I think back to the past. I think back to stage one, when in many of our sessions week after week, the question we finished with, you all asking us was, wait, so what's a community of practice? And now I look all across the country at every region we've got and these amazing communities, and I see the budding experts that all of you are and everything you have to share in the seeds you've planted and the communities that you've harvested and are blooming right now. And I'm so proud of that. And I really want to celebrate your ability to enter into the unknown. Not knowing full what you were getting into, you went out into this experience and you gave it your all. And so as we finish up here, I want to remind you all that this is the end, but it's the end of the beginning, because this is also the beginning of you all being alumni of the Institute for Collaborative Learning. And as you all continue moving forward with your communities, we hope and are excited for you all to continue moving forward with our community of teachers and learners. So congratulations on this incredible day, for all that you've created in your wonderful communities, and welcome to the family.
Hello, everybody. I was just thinking today about what was meaningful for me about working with you this year. And there are many things that I can say, but the one that is in my mind right now is that I felt like a part of your team. I felt that all of us could develop a sense of belonging together, and that we learned in community. We were talking about creating communities of practice during stage one. We talked about all the concepts for communities of practice, and then stage two, you have more prep. And then stage three, you actually put together communities of practice. So we were talking a lot about communities of practice, but I feel that we are a community, like you and all of us are a community that we were learning together. We were learning how to help you or support you in the creation of these communities of practice. We were also learning together about how to navigate this pandemic, because this is something so unique about the work that we have done together, is that we all shared a whole pandemic together, and we all navigated the challenges that the pandemic brought together. And we did it online, and all of us learned how to teach online, how to interact online. And something that stood out for me was to see at the beginning of the program when we started the Zoom sessions, it was really hard sometimes to have people talking in our sessions. Some of you were very shy, I think, and that was hard at the beginning because I felt I was talking to the computer and there was no answer on the other side. But eventually, when we started interacting, when we started practicing pro-social skills with you, I started feeling how you felt more comfortable and you started opening up. And then at the end of this process, now in stage 3, everybody feels so comfortable and so confident when interacting. So just to think about that process that we went through together of at the beginning, there was not so much talking, and at the end, there is so much talking and so much reflection in our sessions. And you are so open to sharing your ideas that it made me think about how much we have grown together in that sense. As the facilitators, we try to create the conditions for you to feel more comfortable and for you to open up. And then you had the courage to open up and share your ideas and share your experiences and everything that you're doing in your community of practice. So I really appreciated that openness that you had and how much you have grown. And I have seen some of the communities of practice that you are doing, and I saw the same happening with your teachers. Some of them are not talking too much, but I could see, I visited COPs at different times, and I could see how little by little they started feeling more comfortable and they started talking as well. They started sharing, and all that is thanks to the way you make them feel. So thank you for taking in all the pro-social skills we have been working with. Thank you for being so open, and thank you for creating these conditions for the teachers in Peru. And I am amazed at the work you're doing, and I am so proud of you, and I'm proud of what's coming. A big change in the educational system in Peru is coming because of you. So thank you so much and congratulations. And now, before I finish my video, there is something that I want to share with you, and this is for the future, because now I4CL is going to step aside to let you continue your COPs by yourself. Of course, we are always going to be there to support you somehow through WhatsApp and many other ways. But now we won't have our meetings every week to talk directly to you. But I don't want you to feel like that we abandoned you, because we're not going to. We are going to be rainbows in your clouds. And I will play a video for you to understand what I mean when I say that we're gonna be rainbows in your clouds. So let me. There's an African-American song, 19th century, which is so great. It says, when it looked like the sun wasn't gonna shine anymore, God put a rainbow in the clouds. Imagine. And I've had so many rainbows in my clouds. I had a lot of clouds, but I have had so many rainbows. And one of the things I do when I step up on a stage, when I stand up to translate, when I go to teach my classes, when I go to direct a movie, I bring everyone who has ever been kind to me with me. Black, white, Asian, Spanish-speaking, Native American, gay, straight, everybody. I say, come with me. I'm going on the stage. Come with me, I need you now. Long dead, you see? So I don't ever feel I have no help. I've had rainbows in my clouds. And the thing to do, it seems to me, is to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud. Somebody who may not look like you, may not call God the same name you call God, if they call God at all. You see? And may not eat the same dishes prepared the way you do, may not dance your dances or speak your language, but be a blessing to somebody. That's what I think. So the person you saw there is Maya Angelou, and she is one of my biggest inspirations to be the person I am and to be the facilitator I am. And that's why I wanted to share this video with you, because something that I want to offer for you is to bring us with you whenever you go on stage, whenever you are going to do a COP session, whenever you're planning for your COPs, bring us with you. We are the rainbows in your clouds, and you will be the rainbows in our clouds, because we facilitators are also going to bring you when we come to our stage, when we do another course, when we're talking and we need help, we're going to remember you and we're going to bring you with us. So we're also hoping that you become rainbows for those teachers' clouds. And I'm pretty sure that you are already rainbows in teachers' clouds, and those teachers are going to be rainbows for students' clouds, and so on. So this is going to be a chain of rainbows. And I think that if we think it this way, we're never going to be alone, and we will always have help. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I wish you all the best, and I'm going to miss you. Thank you for everything.
Hello, everyone. How are you? First of all, congratulations on finishing this program on Communities of Practice. It has been a long journey. Well, I hope it didn't feel that long, but it has been a long journey in which you have put in so much hard work and so much heart into everything you've done. And I've been able to witness that, and I am just amazed by all of the great things you've been doing. And I'm excited for you as you move on with your communities of practice. And if I were with you right now, I would want to give you a wonderful, beautiful, colorful rainbow. Because I think as a leader of a community of practice, you want to, or I would hope that you'd want to connect with the members of your different communities of practice. And I think when you think of a rainbow, it starts at one place and it ends at somewhere else. And that might be the two places and the space between you and the members in your communities of practice. So just like a colorful rainbow, I hope you are connecting with your the teachers that you're working with, that you're sharing with. And I hope that also all of the colors that are part of a rainbow represent all of the different ways of thinking, being, seeing in your communities of practice. And it all connects. At the end of the day, it all connects. Congratulations!
I'm taking away from our work together and our time together this year has something that has enriched my life so much. I'm so grateful to have been able to travel with you, to journey with you through this project. And I'm taking away a deep feeling and a deep knowing that it's possible, that we can get teachers from all over Peru who think maybe they can't be leaders, but are willing to try and learn, to learn and become leaders and see themselves as leaders. Like what was so exciting for me was when I saw in your reflections how many of you said, I didn't see myself as a leader before, and now I do. So thank you for that. Thank you for everything you did to bring yourself to this place and to bring all of us to this place. We could never have predicted really what it was going to take to face the challenges that we had. We couldn't really predict how long it would take for us to learn the things we need to learn, to build the confidence, to take risks and jump in and do these things. But you did it, and you did it together. You did it by yourself, but you did it together with a team. And that is just so beautiful. And all of you now have worked together and collaborated with other people in designing, implementing, and sustaining your communities of practice. Well, thank you so much. I wish you three things as we come to this stopping point in our journey together. I wish you, first of all, awareness and commitment to self-care. I hope that you take care of yourself enough so that when you're caring for others, you're energized by it, not drained. I want you to know that it's okay to take care of yourself. and that by taking care of yourself, you empower yourself to take care of others. Second, I wish you the vision, wisdom, and strength to live the paradoxes that sustain our work in sharing leadership for communities of practice. I'm going to give you 3 examples. First, we have to plan because we need to plan. We have to be ready for what comes, right? Or at least as ready as possible. And also, as Heraclitus says, we need to expect the unexpected or we won't find it. So we have to create space in our minds, in our expectations, in our hearts, and in our time to expect the unexpected so that we can get the richness of what comes from really welcoming things that we could never have expected. Second, we need to lead and we also need to follow. So we're going to be going back and forth between leading and following so that we can really connect with our teams, so that we can really serve their needs. So the paradox of being a leader and being a follower is something that I hope that you have the vision, wisdom, and strength to do. And finally, I hope that you live the paradox of accepting yourself as you are and also be willing to grow and change. And I've seen a lot of that this year. So I have a lot of faith that that paradox is something that you are working with and handling. My third wish for you is to have the ability to source and to get or find as much gratitude, presence, and love as you can and as you need. Gratitude, presence, and love for yourself. Gratitude, presence, and love for your students. Gratitude, presence, and love for English and learning. Gratitude, presence, and love for leadership. Gratitude, presence, and love for community and the communities that you're involved with. Thank you so much for this year. I look forward to staying in touch, and I wish you the best as you continue on in your journey as a leader of communities of practice.